Brightest blessings, everyone. Psychic medium Elizabeth Grove, the Paranormal Priestess. Welcome to the Paranormal Priestess YouTube channel, and thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I really appreciate all of you, as I said in the grateful video that I last did. If you are new to the channel, my name is Elizabeth. I am a medium, divine channeler, remote spirit extractor specialist, white witch, and divine alchemist, and I also happen to be a divine twin flame on the path to reunion. I have some huge messages for you guys for December. Yeah, these are big ones, okay? So you might want to like this video, save this video, go back to it later on, because it's going to be a lot to process. And I knew that these messages were going to be really big messages, profound messages, because I've been hearing all about this from Archangel Michael some months back. About how this is going to be something so extremely powerful on the planetary level, collective level in so many ways, well, individual level as well, but collectively for the planet, you know, we are going through such an accelerated spiritual awakening and lots of changes. This was quite a year of change, right? Quite a year of reset. So I'm looking forward to getting into these, and I took some notes. I want to make sure that I'm not forgetting a thing here. But before I do that, I just want to make a couple of service announcements. So first off, if you are new to the channel, hopefully you become a subscriber, and thank you to anyone who has subscribed to the channel. Thank you to anyone who's become a client of mine. I am a reader, so I do offer personal readings all around the world, and all of these readings are live readings. They are not using cards or anything like that. They're all we could do through Skype, through FaceTime, so it's all face-to-face types of readings. Unless you would like a phone call, we can do that as well. Depends on the person. But I'm able to connect with your team directly, and we get direct responses back, which is really, really cool. And from what I've heard from other clients who've had a lot of different readings, I know there's a lot of people on YouTube, what I do is very, very different. I wouldn't know unless I was told. You know, I don't compare myself to anybody. I just use the gifts that I have. But we're able to speak to the archangels. We're able to speak to your spiritual team. We're getting lots of details with everything, with your blocks, with trauma from the past, with life purpose, with your twin flame connection. For those of you who are twin flames, what's going on with the connection? How do we work with it? How do we shift the energy? And I also help you to shift the energy. I do write prayers and rituals to help you out, but there will be more coming up in terms of services in 2021, so I am really excited about that. But if you would like to book a reading for December, I am booking. There are still some slots left. I do have an hour, which I fully recommend, and I do have a half an hour for now. Now, the half an hour might be something for a new subscriber, new client to take advantage of right now, because I am going to remove this from my services. It's really guided for me to do the hour. The hour is where we can really get everything in. But if because of the holidays, you know, it's really hard for you to be able to purchase a reading, understandable. I do have the $75 half an hour option still available through the rest of the year. So that might be a great, you know, taking advantage of that might be a great thing for you. If you feel like you're struggling at this time, if you feel like you really need that extra help or extra reconfirmation with your path, then that's something that, that I have for now. But going forward, yes, I will be only doing the hour, and Spirit Extractions is still put on hold for the rest of the year due to what we've been going through with all the Ascension symptoms and everything that has been happening. It can be quite dangerous for me to remotely travel through my light body to be able to remove out darker beings and that kind of thing. So I was definitely guided that it would be the best thing to just put that on hold for now, and I will be continuing that in 2021. But 2021, there's going to be thinking of some new service that I'm really thinking is really going to benefit people. So I'm just trying to utilize all of my abilities to help you guys out there, to be of service, to be able to give, to help you step into your best, highest, authentic soul version, so you can help people out there as well. So that's it for my service announcements. And if you are looking to contact me in regards to a reading, or contact me, just say hello, you like the channel, however you want to contact me. I have all of those ways in my description. You can definitely, the best way to do it is to contact me through my email, which is on my contact page. Through my contact page, that will go right to my email, and you can check in with me about services there, or just say hi, or feedback there as well, and I'd love to hear from you. I also have my Facebook and my Twitter in the description below, and that's what I have as far as social media so far. But subject to change. I'll just say that, subject to change. But so far, that's what we have there in the description. So let's get on to these messages now. All right, so December is this huge, huge reset month that is just like the icing on the cake to the 2020 reset year of, oh my God. Okay? Quite a year. We've been through a lot. We have to really just kind of pat ourselves on the back that we've been through all of this, right? Because it's been a lot to handle. I know a lot of people out there have gone through so much with anxiety and struggle, and who's been sick and who's afraid of getting sick, and a lot of the social injustices and the political stuff, and it's been insane. But there's a lot of good stuff that's happened as well. A lot of spiritual awakening, a lot of realization, a lot of endings, a lot of reflecting on what's important versus what's not important. It doesn't serve any longer. Okay, and so this particular month is going to be quite a reset month. So the first thing that we have right out of the box, kind of, is the fact that we're going to have this solar eclipse on the 14th of December. And the solar eclipse is in Sagittarius. It happens to be a new moon as well. Okay, and with Sagittarius, well, first of all, with new moon, let's talk about new moon. New moon it's that void. Right? It's that void where all is darkness. It's a black moon, right? Like no light. And as we go through the waning part, the light starts waning and dimming and it goes into the black part. It's about banishing. It's about releasing. It's about, okay, this no longer serves me and we're done with it. And it's an initiation. I really feel like the new moons are an initiation. It's a rebirth. A rebirth of you. Okay, it's a time of introspection. And now add it with the solar eclipse. The solar eclipse in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is all about questing. It's all about going within. It's all about achieving knowledge or attaining knowledge. I find that Sagittarius just really is just so reflective on, okay, what's really there for me to see, to account for, that I haven't been aware of before. It's learning about the self. It's learning about what you connect to. It's also very magical too. The Sagittarius energy is a great time to learn how to manifest, learn your magical abilities, learn about who you are, learn about, lots of your gifts. But I really find like going within is the Sagittarian. It's going on that shamanic type of quest where we're really taking a very honest look at aspects of ourselves and thought patterns and beliefs and all of that. What's true for us, what's not true for us. And this solar energy, the eclipse energy, that fire energy, is that great solar transmuter, burning away which does not serve us. So that's really huge. So we have going within. We have attaining that knowledge of self. What is it that I need to know? This would be a great time to do a shamanic meditation, a shamanic ritual. Really go into it, right? Go down into that spiral, as the ancients know, and really see what it has to, be very honest, what does it have to show you? What are the shadows there? What are the shadows? It's the time of shadow, remember? So what are those shadows? What is not serving you? What attitudes, what beliefs, what behaviors, what within your life that you've manifested does not fit any longer? What's not in alignment? And that solar energy, not only we have the moon and a new moon energy of initiation and banishing and clearing away, but we have that solar eclipse energy. We have, the moon, the sun, the earth all together, all aligned, and it's going to burn away that doesn't serve. And it's strong. And as we know with transmuting energy, you may feel a lot of things come up. You might feel a lot of emotional upheaval come up. You might feel very, very off. You might have angers come up. You might have sadnesses come up. You might have all of those things come up, and it's okay. And it's just be gentle with yourself and realize that through this initiation, through this burning away, through everything that you have learned from it, take it, and then you become new. It's a new beginning that's laid out before you. And so that's December 14th, that's what we're going to have a lot of. So for all of you magicians out there, shamans out there, those who meditate, this is a great, great time to be able to use that energy for those purposes. Okay, and you might want to journal what it is that you learn. What have you learned? What is the knowledge there? What is your higher self saying? What is your child self saying? What are the other aspects? Are there fragments of yourself? Are there any soul parts that have been cut off or fragmented where they've been traumatized and they need that healing? Are there parts of you where you're disconnected, you're not in alignment with, or not in union with? It'd be a great time to go within, to connect with those parts, work with your guides, and see what's happening, and go through that transformation. Now, December 21st, okay, depending where you are in the world, 20th, 21st, is the big, big hitter, okay, the 21st. So we have the big galactic portal here. We have the solstice energy, and as we know, the ancients always knew how powerful the solstice was. Look at the Druids with Stonehenge and the different henges, right? Not even just that, all the different henges around the world. The December 21st is powerful. And what's really powerful about this one in particular is, and I'm not saying that I am someone who knows a whole lot about astrology. Okay, I know very basic, but it's one of my things on my bucket list. I want to learn more about it. I do a lot of channeling of information, but not so much. I know some of you are astrologers out there, and you probably have a better idea as to what's going on there with the planetary alignments. But what we do have is a conjunction, a very rare and powerful conjunction that normally happens every 20 years. But we have Jupiter and Saturn in conjunction, and from what I understand about conjunctions, it's about the planets coming in really, really close, and they're working in tandem. And what's interesting about the, Jupiter, first of all, is a huge, huge planet, right? Jupiter is all about expansion. It's about growth, bringing in, okay? Increase, anything with increase. It could be prosperity, it could be love, it could be any area of your life where you require expanding yourself, expansion and growth. Jupiter is the big hitter for you. Interestingly enough, we have a contrast here because we have Saturn. Saturn is all about limitation. Saturn is all about endings, lessons learned, karma. The return of Saturn, people have heard about that. It's a scary time. So we have karmic endings, right? And so for those of you, it's not just about an actual karmic partner, but for some it might be a karmic partner, whether they're physically a part of your life right now or some of their energy is still existing there for you to realize the lessons there and to release. karmic cycles. Think karmic cycles. Again, people, partners may be a part of that. And it's really the awareness of the lesson and ending of what no longer serves there with Saturn. So the way I understand it is that Saturn, I have this down, that Saturn takes nearly 30 years to go around the sun, full circle, whereas Jupiter takes nearly 12 years. So let's make this really interesting about this conjunction. And Saturn bringing up what no longer serves, and Jupiter bringing out our soul's potential for greatest expansion, is how this is going to affect us, basically. Okay, so the two are going to work in close proximity to show you where you've been limited with yourself, with your life, and where you can potentially go. Your greatest potential, your higher self, the greatest version of you. So it's really going to be quite amazing, okay? And, of course, we have the sun in Capricorn as well. So Capricorn's all about practical changes, earth-related, anything that's earth-related. So this is really going to affect your way of life completely. This is a huge, I can't get away from the word, reset, okay? So when we think about that on a global scale, because it's not just individuals, when we think about it on a global scale, it's really pretty miraculous of changing. It's accelerated of changing, and it's going to be highly impactful on this planet. So I have the great central sun. Okay, so this is the great central sun, the sun returning, the sun being born. The great central sun and its gamma rays. This is what some of the things that I've been told, and also shown too in my visions. The gamma rays basically bathing the earth, bathing the collective. The divine energy anchored through the great central sun, the 12th ray of all creation, of Christ light, of unified source consciousness. The divine lines of grid work. Okay, so divine grid work connected to the sun. We, the earth, connected to the divine lines, right? So there's that connection there of bringing heaven to earth, basically. And I keep seeing lines, guys. I keep seeing lines. I know I've said this before, so please, leave me a comment if you're seeing lines also. But I keep seeing the sovereign lion, because the lion, and remember, lion energy is also connected to Archangel Michael for bravery, for courage, for being embracing truth and dispelling illusion. So I'm getting that sovereign lion coming in, and it's going to bring in so much of that energy, so much of that masculine energy. I know some of you are twin flames. I'm like, okay, how is this going to affect my masculine? We'll talk about that. But the lion energy and the truth being revealed on all fronts is also what I received. Okay, so we'll talk about that for those of you who are in a twin flame dynamic. But let's talk about it first, as far as the earth is concerned and what we have been seeing playing out, right before our eyes, and so much of this collective reset in 2020. So the 3D paradigm is being replaced by the 5D paradigm. We've been knowing this, right? It's been happening for some time now. They told me the 5D collective template is in place, and the conscious living coordinates is what Archangel Michael is referring to there. Conscious living coordinates. Think divine lines. Think, the earth really connected to the divine fully, so that we can anchor that light and live from a brand new example or template. The flushing out. Okay, so this is what we've been seeing for 2020, right? So there's a destruction energy that's there, and so it can also create a lot of destruction on the planet in terms of how people react or operate from that place too. But there's a fleshing out of the ego, of course, ego beliefs, the dark use of technology, dark illusionists basically trying to pull the wool over our eyes and keep us in illusion, keep us controlled, keep us manipulated. They will, and the media is a part of that, they're going to seek to seem like they're justified for their actions, is how I got it. However, they cannot and will not succeed in this. So it's like no matter what they try to do to justify their case, the truth is going to be revealed so clearly that it's basically not going to be tolerated any longer, because the frequencies on this planet are so very different, is how I heard it. The darkness and their attempts absolutely will fail, is how I got it. Okay, and Earth collective awareness of what has not been serving, this is what's going to come into full front here. So the world collective breakdown, 3D constructs are being replaced. We have society's misunderstandings, misinterpretations, putting out their harmful messages, harmful ideas, harmful ideals, okay, in all fields, in all industries, harmful research, harmful science and tech for ego purposes, control and manipulation. Think Atlantis, think Atlanteans. For those of you who have had ancient lifetimes in Atlantis, guess what's rising? Atlantis is rising, children of the sun. It's really, really true. So many of you who are star beings, you have been considered indigos, but you are star children, children of the sun, also angelic. We've been through, with these ancient civilizations, the harmful uses of technology, the dark uses for it, but we've also had the light side of spirituality and manifesting, and we've also understood the darker side of manifesting and having to go toe-to-toe with that. And so that's where Atlantis, Lemuria came first, more ancient society, also known as the continent of Mu. I know a lot of Pleiadians are very well connected with Lemuria. A lot of them are connected with Atlantis as well. Egypt also comes into play with all of this, hence twin flames. But with Lemuria, it was a lot more peaceful. With Atlantis, we've had that technology, we had that warfare there of ego and its harmful ideas and self-gain and selfishness and all of that, and how that has tipped the scales in Atlantis and eventually caused its downfall, its wars. But now see the planet here, and this is how this all comes into play, the planet is now rising. Earth is rising, Atlantis rising. We are going back into that higher vibration where Gaia always has been. And so all of these injustices and illusions and controllers and manipulators and all of that, where they've tried to pull the wool over our eyes and keep us controlled and keep us in the matrix, if you will, programmed, right? It's very, very true. There's so many truths to that movie. Keep us programmed, keep downloading, harmful subliminal messages. Subliminal messages keep us trapped in illusion rather than us be awakened to the truth. What's happening here is there is a complete now reset for the planet. I'm saying it again, of understanding how the wool has been pulled over our eyes, how we have been controlled, and these controllers will not be controlling any longer. Okay, the truth is coming out. Justice. Think of the scales. I'm seeing them actually now. The scales of Archangel Michael, the scales of balance. And the earth returning to her higher place, her higher vibration of love, of light, of unity. And realizing that that temple is within us. It's not a place outside of us, actually. It's our perception. It's our reality, our own perception and reality, our own world. How we live it, the choices we make, how we think, how we work with the laws of attraction. Okay, but for all the individuals who are understanding more and more about the truth of themselves and the truth of love and light, the truth of the origin of our soul and the connection of our soul, the more we can have that temple of light activate within us again. Think of the Merkaba, think of the light body, and think about all of those divine connections and how we are no longer going to be separated from the divine. We're going to come to that realization that we are always connected to the divine. We have that divine within us. There is no separation. Separation is illusion. Because these are all the realizations that are coming out now at the end of this year. Ancient civilization, now that we're onto that, many of you are going to be in remembrance of your own ancient civilization wisdom, your intuitive gifts, your healing modalities. They're going to be brought out for you. They're going to emerge so you can realize them. And for some of you, there's going to be some shocks. There's going to be some surprises of like, oh my gosh, I was not really that spiritual. This is not who I'm used to thinking that I am. This is not the type of work or job that involved that, or people, my family, my friends, people who know me only realize me or think of me in this way. How is this going to be accepted by them? How is it going to be accepted by society? How am I going to make this spirituality work as a service? And it's still trying to figure that out, and there's still a little bit of that struggle going on between who we may think that we are and then who we are actually at a soul level. All right, so I do get this, but those answers are coming. Those answers are going to become so much more clear through different insights that you'll get through dreams, through hunches, or through empathy. Through visions, you are being led. There's a higher plan that's enacted here, okay? And so we're meant to be our greatest version, embrace all of our soul's knowledge through all our lifetimes. So it's a culmination of everything that we have experienced that serves, and a culmination of release of everything that does not serve. Okay, and this is a lot of what this end of the year is bringing. Unified source template anchoring. Unified source template anchoring is completing with individuals. I heard yes. Okay, so let's talk about twin flames. Yes, let's talk about twin flames. So I know a lot of you who are watching my channel, who have subscribed to the channel, who have become clients, who have had readings and clearings with me, are advanced souls, twin flames. There's a huge, huge part here that advanced souls and twin flames have to play with the ascension process, not only at the individual level for those who are twins, but also at the collective level too, for the ascension of the planet. So this all comes full circle. So the twin flames, the advanced souls, come from advanced civilizations. Think this Atlantis and Lemuria and Egypt. We talked about that, and we even go back further, like into the Pleiades and Lyra and different star systems, Sirius, Arcturus, all those different star systems. But the thing is that twin flames really came here to be that template. I say it all the time, to be that example. We go through all the healing, we go through all the pain to clear away what doesn't serve us. We go through the karmic learning, right? The karmic cycles that are damaging. We get to go through life disempowered, low self-worth, low self-value, not feeling like we belong here on earth, not feeling comfortable within a body. We go through all of these different things to be able to actually shed all of that and to come into our self-realization, come into our power, and to bring that beautiful divine power out as a template, as an example to the planet, and to bring that third energy, that Christ unified source energy, which is the Holy Trinity itself, as well as bringing our amazing gifts, our amazing purpose, and being highly inspiring to those who are still lost in ego and in illusion. So that's, I always like to bring out the higher picture of things. So the unified template, that is anchoring. It has been anchoring. But with all of the layers of anchoring, or steps or stages, if you want to call them, of anchoring, we have a lot of that purge, okay? So people have been going through purging. There will be a lot more of that as well, purging those last layers of things that are keeping us from being within our truth, being within our empowerment. Our higher selves, okay? Really, really anchoring, okay? That template within consciously realized activations to bring higher alignment and balance. So twin flames, of course, are in harmony or in unity when they are balanced, when they are aligned with their higher self and balanced within, and always balanced. Mind, body, spirit, as above, so below, as within, so without. All the elements within us, right? Because we have the elements within us, but then we have also the physical elements, too, of the planet, all interconnected, interconnections, right? All of this is really, it's full steam ahead. It's full steam ahead. I'm getting with Divine Feminine. Okay, so this is an important one. Divine Feminines, you've been doing a fantastic job. Masculines been doing a great job too. I am definitely not that type of twin flame that it's all going to be all right, Divine Masculine, get your shit together. I never was like that and never would be like that. Divine Feminines, yes, a lot of Divine Feminines awaken first. Divine Feminines, there's going to be some releasing of codependency for you. There's going to be releasing where you feel like you're going to need to feel powerful or worth or value outside of yourself. Okay? It's about firmly standing in your power, understanding that that union is you. Now remember, this helps to bring everything into place. You're helping your Divine Masculine in this way by being that example for your Masculine, since you're always connected by that cord. Always. And so, you're always working in tandem. Your bravery, Divine Feminines, is needed now. Your courage, being within your value, being within your worth. Okay, and whatever blockages are keeping you from achieving that, those are the things that are going to be coming up, still coming up. They have been. They will continue to come up with those last layers. And you will be purging anything related to that. The thoughts, the beliefs, the false identities, any angers, and any resentment towards not only just your masculine or anyone, it could be family members as well, where you have not been within your value or you were not able to express yourself, any persecution from other lifetimes, past lifetimes of persecution, anything like that, you will be speaking and serving from the truth. Okay, you're being called to do that and to be out there to do that. Divine Masculines, I am that I am is what I got. Wow, okay? I am now within my soul. This is what's happening with Masculines with this December 20th, 21st energy. I now see and feel truth. I am in alignment with this truth. I continue forward, a new Masculine, and wish to serve. So their worth and their value, the truth of power, not distorted masculine power, all of this is going to be realized so much more by the masculine as they come into their higher alignment very swiftly, very accelerated. Okay, and the service will follow. They understand that they're connected to the feminine. They're feeling her. They're thinking about her consistently. They're always thinking about her now. I have to say that. They want to be of service. They want to do something more. The thing is, there's a little bit more of some karmic clearing. Okay, it could be just energy. It doesn't have to be a physical partnership. For some, it might be the ending of that as well. Clearing from any kind of guilt energy. Clearing from at any point where the Divine Masculines feel like they've done the feminine wrong and hurt the Divine Feminine, wasn't truthful, there's been betrayal, there's, abandonment, anything like that. The Divine Masculines will be fully clearing out that, and any emotions, lower emotions, lower beliefs connect to a karmic partner, a karmic experience, karmic cycle, those closed out. Closures. Okay, Divine Feminine, keep this in mind too. There could be some energy coming up from a karmic partner or a karmic cycle in which was still hung on to. Could be some small layers there. And it's time for you to now release those emotions. It's time for you to release not feeling powerful, being disempowered. Because it's all about stepping into your sovereign energy, the lion energy. The masculines really have come such a long way in such a short time. Feminines, you've been doing a fantastic job. And I have to say that this month is really going to be pretty miraculous, truly miraculous. There is nothing to worry about, okay? With the union consciousness alignment happening, anchoring that in, I definitely know that the twin flames will be that union itself. So when you think of that union itself, it's about not viewing yourself in any limited sort of way where you're limited from prosperity, you're limited from health, you're limited from love, you're limited from achieving your dreams. That's done. Being a unified consciousness and being that template is really about being having that union within, being that temple within, and that is where it can happen in your physical reality. That's when a physical union with your counterpart will attract, it will take place, and that's when we are truly living heaven on earth. So, and that's how I'm getting this. So I know we're kind of long on this video. Apologize for the length, but I really feel like we're take good care of yourself, everyone. I know there's been joint pain. I know there's been emotions. I know there's been spinal pain. I know there's been head pressing and just feeling all weird and out of it and like what the heck's going on. Take good care of yourself going through December, because December is a heavy hitter that's swift, and we have these cosmic portal type of energies going on, and it is, remember, the icing on the cake for 2020. So drink lots of water. Put some lemon in there. I always have my water. If you're having trouble getting some rest, I'm there with you. Try your best to get in as much rest as you can. Give yourself some time to stretch, do some yoga, meditate, eat fresh veggies, fresh fruit, things that are a high vibrational diet. And we're all getting through this together. Thank you so much for listening. Please leave your comments below. And remember, from the heart of the darkness is born the light. Brightest blessings, and take care, everyone. Bye-bye.